Hello, Linda. It's me, Rachel. You've probably got my email by now. I decided to go back on one of your clips because something did catch me out of the corner of my eye, but I didn't pick up on it straight away. So I went back on the clip, and it's the one where you say I have more of the witch. I think it'd be the second or you got 4 up. So on if it's like the 3rd one on the list, if someone searches your name and then looks at your videos, it's the 3rd one down. Anyway, I was looking at that, and I was kind of surprised because what I expected to see, I didn't see, and what I did see sort of, in my email I suggested to you about interdimensional beings. Well, I am now of the opinion that's what you've got as an interdimensional being. It's not a witch, but an interdimensional being. And why I'm saying this is because if you go on my website, you'll see I've managed to get some unusual photographs. And I am of the opinion that our technology allows beings because what it is, dimensions are interwoven. Okay, there's no this dimension here and this dimension here. They sometimes cross over. Okay, and what I think is happening is this entity somehow is managing to cross over into our dimension, and it's and I noticed your camera is displaying blue and purple every time this entity. So I don't know if that blue and purple is the result of your camera's infrared spectrum, or if somehow when the entity comes into the area, if it's affecting the spectrum. But I do notice it does seem to emit some kind of electromagnetic discharge, because your camera on 2 occasions, maybe even 3 occasions, or not 2 at least, the camera's been affected. Now, having been an experiencer of UFOs and that, I also am aware that anything, if you have a camera and you come into contact with something that also is electromagnetic, cameras use batteries, which means they have polarities. And if you bring in something that's got a different polarity, it's going to affect the frequency. Okay? So what I'm thinking is this entity obviously gives off some electromagnetic radiation, because it disrupts the signal of the camera. Because on one clip, it actually got right close to the camera, and no matter how much I tried to do it frame by frame or slow, you could not get a fix on the face of the entity, no matter how hard you tried. So it must mean that when it gets closer to the camera, it's emitting a discharge of electromagnetic energy that's affecting your camera. But I tell you, I am really keen to see some more of your stuff. I'm really keen to see what else you have, because the more you can get on this thing, the better. And like I said, I am of the opinion it's not what I would call a witch, but an interdimensional entity. Oh, which brings me to the point. If you look at 43, 45 seconds into this clip, okay, then you will see when its hood comes down, it's got a big bulbous pinkish head, but the hands are tiny. And then you look at the feet, where these strange box shoes are. Now see, this is something else that I'm intrigued about. Given the width of the diameter of the legs and the size of the box, that would be awkward to walk in for anybody. And yet this being is walking on rough terrain, when these like box type shoes, which, you know, and like when it jumped on this different stones, it just seems too, I don't know how anyone could do it really, not physically, because to have, if you put someone with dimensions of that being into box-like shoes like it's wearing, and get someone to go over the terrain, I think you'll find it's awkward to do. The other reason I say this is because I've been in a costume for my husband's project before my illness took hold, and that had relatively large size feet in it. So this is like a squirrel costume or something. It was had been used in Narnia. It was a costume and I can tell you for a fact that even though I'm disabled anyway, I still had to get up and walk a bit. But that was hard. That was blooming hard to you know, like I said, I'm disabled anyway, but because the feet, even though they weren't like boxes, it was hard to go from A to B. So I can't see how anybody, unless they're like 6 feet tall and have big feet anyway, could actually do that. So that's just my opinion and my observation. But I hope it's helpful to you. And like I said, I hope you get some more, because what you've got here is well beyond interesting. And I'm really keen to see more what you have. Keep them coming, Linda. Love, light, and peace to you. And God bless.